Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Let's have a look at this ST150 and see what's actually wrong with that engine. Okay, so coming up to the Mark 6 Fiesta, let's take a look at what is in the engine bay. Now I've popped off this air intake filter just to sort of get a feel for what's going on underneath. And the guy that I bought the car off, he'd owned it for quite a long time, and whilst the car is in poor condition, he had spent a lot of money trying to fix it. I know the problem's quite serious, but I don't think he knew that at first. So garages have basically changed all the spark plugs, all the leads, the coil packs, injectors, and I think at that point he kind of gave up because the bills were getting massive, and it still was broke. The next thing they suggested to him was a head gasket replacement, which, to be fair, I don't think would have fixed it. We're going to do a compression test on it today. So he said that it's had new plugs and everything, and to be honest, the leads look brand new. The coil pack looks mint. You can even see the screws on the casing of the coil pack. They're like brand spanking new. They're not even dirty. Looks a little bit lean to me, maybe. We'll put it down and we'll compare it. So they are slightly different colours. Wow, look at that. That looks like it's going to be soft, but it's actually rock hard. So I haven't got a clue what that is. Okay, so we've got a digital inspection camera, otherwise known as a boroscope. And we're going to basically stick that down the spark plug hole and see if there's anything that we can learn. Okay, so you can see the rocker cover here. We're going to go in. Okay, the piston's near the top. To be honest, I can't see a whole lot. Okay, so the compression test results are in. 170 on the right, 167, 168, 0. Cylinder 1 has completely lost all compression. Is absolutely nothing. Catastrophic failure of either a valve or piston rings, which once the engine comes out, I will tear it down and we can find out exactly what has gone wrong. But whatever the case, the answer is not going to be a quick fix. So I have got to change the engine, but it's not a problem because we have an engine over here. So this engine actually cost me about 450 quid delivered. It might be more than that. So unfortunately, it's not going to be a quick fix. I was hoping I could just swap an injector in and I would be good, but obviously I knew deep down it was going to be much more serious than that, and unfortunately it is. But we've got everything we need to get this car up and running, so all I have to do now basically is just put a shift in. Okay, so I appreciate some of you may have never changed an engine. Most people have probably never done it, so it could seem a little overwhelming. So what are we actually going to do? Well, basically we've got to jack the car up as high as we can get it on the front end, make it nice and secure, take the wheels off, and generally speaking, this engine and gearbox is sat on a frame, and that frame is called a subframe. So when they build the cars in the factory, the subframe, the engine, the gearbox, it's all built, and then it's lifted into the car. So we could probably get the engine out the top, but quite often it's easier to do it the way the manufacturer sort of designed the car to go together, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So basically we're going to jack the front end up. We are going to lower the subframe with the engine and gearbox in it, out, pull it out from the front of the car, and then basically we can change the engine over in the subframe on the floor, new engine in, and then put it all back together. So it sounds easy, doesn't it, when you say it like that? And it kind of is relatively simple, but it is a lot of work. There's no getting around that. I've changed oil. That is what come out. Nothing. That's like a 8 litre, 7 litre pan. It's literally not even 10% full. Mind blowing. And it drove to my garage like that. Little things that all compound. So got to basically take everything out. Batteries come out, wiring loom, fuel lines, vacuum lines. Heater matrix lines I'm on now. Taking the reservoir out. So basically just clearing the top side. I need to be able to visibly see around the engine. Can I see anything connected from the engine gearbox, subframe to the car? Anything that is connected, I need to basically disconnect it or find a way. Now some of them it's not always as easy. So there was a big vacuum line running all through here, all through here, all through here and into there. Big plastic one. So I had to take off quite a few things to get it out of the way. And I've cable tied it nicely over there. But you've got to do that, otherwise you're just going to end up snapping bits and bobs. Tip of the day, these heater matrix lines down the back here. Get yourself a little pick set like this. You can slide it in, you can break the seal just like that. And then you can squirt a little bit of WD-40 in there. And it slides right off without any hassle at all. Basically, we're going to have to disconnect the caliper and put it out the way because the brake line's obviously attached to the car. So that's what we're going to do next. So we've got to start by removing this line here. So we've got the little clip out. The brake line then just lifts out. So there's a 13mm bolt holding the caliper on. There's 2 of them. So we want to secure this. We obviously don't want to cable tie it to anything that's going to be coming out of the car. So there's a little hole here in the arch liner. So I'm just literally going to tie the brake to the arch liner. That's out the way. These are now loose, so I'm just going to, rather than them fall off, I'll put the discs to one side. The discs are in decent condition and the pads, so that's pretty good. We'll also have to separate the ABS sensor. Lovely jubbly. We got it out. What I'll do with this one, I'm going to tuck it up here behind the arch liner, but it's not going to get caught. Okay, so as we can see now, there's nothing that, when I undo the top of that strut, there's nothing physically connecting this hub assembly now to the chassis, so that's good. It's the same on the other side and the top side of the engine, so I'm not far off now being ready to actually lower the subframe.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Cause you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.
So I'm glad the engine's out. It's quite a brain ache trying to learn a new car. Every car is different, so what works for, say, an Evo when you're taking the engine out, although it's technically an easier car to work on, this Fiesta, I've got to learn all of the quirks of that engine design and where all the wires go, things like that. So now I've done it, I could probably do another one in half the time, but it's always the way that it goes. So I think I've earned a well-deserved rest. I'm absolutely wrecked, so I'm going to call it a day now, and I'll see you in the next one. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to give us a like and a comment down below. Cheers guys.